My live video is a little late today. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I'm a little late today. I'm sorry. But that's because I've got something awesome to show you. This morning, I was talking to a couple at breakfast at the restaurant here in the, sorry, playing with my beard, here in the hotel, and I was telling them how my cart was starting to fail. The back wheels are getting wobbly, it's hard to turn. Handlebars were starting to bend down a little bit. So, and again, I'm sorry for being late, but it's because I've been working on the new cart. So anyway, this man and woman, I was telling them about the cart, how it was breaking down. They said they saw me on the news and they'd like to help. They gave me $100 to put toward a new cart. Super awesome. I did some research, and the Four Corners guy, who for some reason, even though I've talked to him a couple times, hour on end, I always forget his name. Eli. I think his name's Eli, the Four Corners guy. So they gave me $100 to put towards a new cart. I jumped in an Uber and went to Dick's Sporting Goods and Walmart. It's like a strip mall over there, and it's got the Dick's Sporting Goods and the Walmart and some other big box store. And I went to all three of them and checked out the prices and checked out what they had. Walmart had nothing except more baby strollers, which I almost bought a three-wheel baby stroller very similar to the one that I already have. So I was like, let's go to Dick's Sporting Goods Supply. So I went over to Dick's Sporting Goods. Boom. Perfect. Bicycle trailer. I introduce to you now. Okay. I'm psyched about this, okay? I introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Freedom Stroller. Version 3.0. Boom. First of all, we're going to go through this thing backwards. There's Molly taking a nap. You'll be happy to know that the entire 2.5-mile trip back from Dick's Sporting Goods, because the cart was too big to put in an Uber, Molly got to ride in the cart all the way back to the hotel. So we're going to go through this thing back to front. First of all, same box full of all of my stuff, knickknacks, camping, survival, flare, duct tape, stuff like that. Same first aid kit with all of my meds, and same emergency powders and bug spray. Okay. This tub right here, underneath it. Yes, Eli, I'm sorry. I ripped off your design. If that upsets you, I apologize, but it made a lot of sense. So I got a big tub and put it on the top of my bicycle trailer, very similar to yours. Anyway, all of my clothes are in the tub. Laid out nicely so I don't have to dig through stuff to find a pair of socks or to find underwear. That's all laid out in there, very organized. The heaviest stuff towards the front so as to not make it too heavy. All right, now, umbrella pole, it's up about a foot higher than before, so the umbrella will be nice and high for shade. I'll be able to see underneath it. Back here, I just stuck the toilet seat lid or toilet seat there just for now. Back here in the back, all of my major gear fits. I've got the dry goods / dog food bucket / toilet / washing machine right here. The umbrella and baseball bat are right here for easy access. Sleeping bag, chair. This is my little three-legged chair, and behind that is the tent. Here comes the most awesome part of Freedom Stroller 3.0. It is a little back heavy, so I put that jug of water there to demonstrate that that is where I'll be carrying my extra jugs of water, especially when I'm in the desert. I can put probably 3 gallons right along there on each side. Total of 6 gallons plus whatever I want to carry up there on top. Look at this right here. Boom. Permanent molly bed. Look at that right there. Permanent. Never have to change. We go camping, boom, there's her bed. Hotel, boom, there's her bed. Walking down the road, 20 miles, 25 miles, whatever I got to do. Dog looks tired, boom, there's her bed. Molly doesn't have to go home now. Super hot, boom, there's her bed. Solar panel creates shade for Molly. Check this out. You ready for this? In case it rains, that pulls down and velcros to the front windshield. Dry Molly. It's our own little miniature tent. That's a bug net, so I can pull it down at night and leave one corner open so she can get in and out. Perfect. It used to have a bar that stuck out from here, came out to about here, which was ridiculously long and had that wheel on the front of it because it's a bike trailer. The bar that goes across right here behind the fabric is the same size as the diameter of the bar that came out. So this clamped right on there, no problem. And I just held it in place with zip ties and some duct tape. Which we all know zip ties and duct tape last forever. And I got lots more in case. Flagpole, very similar to the last time. Right here, permanent water bowl for Molly. So when she is walking, she can get water anytime she wants. I still feed her separately. In morning, at night. That's not going to change. Look at this. You ready for this? It turns in one spot. It can pivot over the center of its axis. Massive, massive upgrade. In total, cost of upgrade, $99 and something cents, plus tax. It was like $105, something like that, for the stroller. $10 for the brand new black tub for all my laundry. $5 for the zip ties to hold it all together. And that's everything. So about $120 total upgrade. Here's the skeleton of what's left. Even though this is about 6 inches wider, it still fits through the hotel room doors just fine. It turns on a dime. Money well spent. Absolutely not a rip-off in any way. The money that I spent on it was given to me by donators for the purpose of upgrading, so it's not like I spent charity money on myself. It's going to work out fine. The flag's over there. It's off because it doesn't fit inside the hotel room, but we'll definitely get more footage of that. I had to walk with it all the way back from Dick's Sporting Good, and it handled like a dream, even with Molly in there. She tried to jump out a couple times, but we discussed it, and she decided that she was going to stay. If I take that water off right there, it wants to flip backwards. I'm still got to play with the weight management just a little bit, but as of right now, it's now this was good. This was not bad. If it had held up, I would have walked it all the way across the U.S. I didn't need to change because of design. I needed to change because of mechanical stress and failure. So I went with a different idea, and I'm just a little more happy with the current design than the previous design. So there's nothing wrong with this one. Also, these tires are the same exact diameter as those tires. So I can pull the rubber and the inner tubes off of these, and I'll have 3 spare tires and 3 extra inner tubes, plus 2 extra inner tubes that I still have in the box, for a total of like 200 inner tubes. I don't know, you do the math. But anyway, I still have to figure out a place to hang my tablet, which probably won't be a problem at all. And everything, yeah, I'm a slob, sorry. And everything else is going to fit in there perfectly, including the Molly Eister. And the Molly Ollie. In fact, I was checking out the weight limitations on this thing. I had another, wow, 40 people. That's cool, 40 people. I had another one similar to this for Brennan and William when they were babies that we carried around with them. And I know for a fact that because of the metal supports under here, under this part, I can sit in this like a chair. I'm not talking about going downhill in it. I'm just talking about relaxing at the campsite. So, total upgrade. Boom. Let's see what else. Today I did an interview with Billy the Kid on the radio. Real nice guy. We actually did the interview and he recorded it, and then later he played it like 20 minutes later or 10 minutes later, something like that. Then Rock City, gorgeous. So glad I decided to spend the 10, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever it was for Uber to get up there. Awesome place. I'm definitely going to go backwards when my family gets here, because I'll only be, at the most another 50 or 60 miles from here. So I'm going to bring them back and show it to them. Super cool. I didn't get to go see Ruby Falls today, but I might tomorrow. The second interview with Channel 9 fell through. I guess they didn't want to do a second interview with the same guy, whatever. And the guys that were supposed to come over here from the Veteran Outreach never called me. They were supposed to come by for lunch or around 1:30 for a late lunch. They never called. They never showed. And so I'm hoping they will tomorrow. If they don't, I'll call them. I'm only paid up until tonight, so I'll probably go ahead and pay for another day so I can go see the new Alien movie and Ruby Falls tomorrow and hook up with those guys and hopefully get some advertisement. They want to help advertise me for the rest of my trip, and they want to help me get some better deals on hotels and campsites and stuff like that for the rest of my trip. Kind of a PR team. Not that I'm going to fire my aunt and my dad. They're doing a great job, but these guys do it for a living. So it'll be an awesome contribution to the team, or addition to the team. I don't think that they're blowing me off. I mean, they were super interested. Several phone calls today, 2 or 3 phone calls, 2 phone calls yesterday. That they're super interested. I think maybe their day just got too busy, or maybe when Channel 9 backed out, they figured there was no rush to do it today at lunch. I told them I wouldn't be leaving for another day or two, so I'm sure that's all it was. Look at poor Molly. She's acting like she's exhausted. She didn't walk any today. Well, a little, but she got to ride in the cart all the way back from Dick's Sporting Goods, which is like 2.5 miles away. It's amazing how little 2.5 miles feels now. When I lived, before I started this, I would never say, well, the car's broken, so I'm going to make a quick walk up to Lago Vista, 3 miles away. I'll be back in a couple hours. Never. I would have been like, I'm going to die up here because I have no way of going anywhere. Now it's like, oh, it's only 2.5 miles away? Shoot, I'll be back in an hour. It's really cool. It's changed the concept of distance for me a little bit. Distance and the effort to travel that distance. Oh man, that view of 7 states with the storm coming in. Oh, it was so cool, man. It was so cool. I got a little misty-eyed up there. It was just, you see these fantastic views and these fantastic images and stuff of forests and mountain views and stuff like that on YouTube or television, and you're just like, yeah, that's pretty, that's cool. But when you're there and you're staring out over what looks like hundreds and hundreds of miles and there's nothing obscuring your view, it's just, it makes you feel, and you can look down and see the entire city, the entire population of a city beneath you, and they are at that point in time as insignificant as ants. It makes you feel, it puts life into perspective a little bit about how everybody takes everything so seriously, and there's just no point in doing that. It's just, there is so much beauty in the world and so much awe-inspiring stuff. That Rock City is going to be there when our great grandchildren are dead. The trees up there, they might not be the same ones, but there's going to be trees up there when our great grandchildren are gone. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters to the face of this planet, I don't think, seeing stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It just makes you realize how insignificant stoplights are, and bills and taxes and your asshole neighbor. It totally gave me such a new perspective. Hi, Shanda. Cool to see you on here. Love ya. I see that you're sending hugs and prayers. You don't have to keep saying it. Gosh. But that's the new cart. It's shiny orange. So maybe I'll be seeing a little better. The other cart was all black and gray. Not that that matters. With the giant American flag that I got flying above it all day. Says, I don't know which way you're going, or from where you are now, but Fall Creek Falls is not far. It's breathtaking. All right, I'll Google it. I might as well. University of Tennessee, orange. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's why all 3 strollers that they had, or all 3 carts that they had, were that color orange. So that's probably why. That cart seems like a game changer. It does. And, if I ripped off the design a little bit from somebody who may or may not be watching right now, it's only because the design was a good design and it made a lot of sense. So, please don't take any offense. Take it as a compliment. I did get rid of the bar in the front and shorten the wheel so that it didn't stick out so far in the front. But other than that, I pretty much ripped off the design from Eli. But Uh, it's only because when I saw his card, I fell in love with it immediately. And I got signs coming to go on the sides. I'm sure that people are going to start mistaking you and me for each other. But that's cool. You're going to be out there for 13,000 miles. I'm only doing it for 3. So props to you, brother. Make things so much easier, and you will go so much happier. Dude, I'm telling you. The fact that, because of where I put the wheel, the front wheel, I moved it back on the frame. Got rid of that bar that sticks out the front. I don't know if yours has that or if it just had a regular inflatable wheel on the front. But where I put that wheel, I can spin the cart on its axis in one spot. So all of the fighting that I've done in all the hotel rooms to get it turned around and to go upstairs and to go around tight corners and hiking paths and stuff like that, over with, gone. It's got that cushion in the front now so Molly can sleep in it day or night, hotel, campsite, walking, whatever. Stoked. Feels so much better than 2 days ago when I was sleeping on a concrete floor in a men's bathroom. Eli's doing the same thing I am. He's walking for veterans. He's just doing all 4 corners of the U.S. By no means are you to go follow him now instead of me. You may follow us both, but do not, don't. I'm still good as he is, so just, hey. I'm just kidding. Right, yeah, the wheelchair thing. Now, if I use an Uber, I'll have to use the Uber XL, to get back and forth from places when I'm in a town. If I take the cart with me, I probably won't. I went all over the place in an Uber today. I think I spent like a total of $35. I found out that there's no Uber in Georgia, and even though most of Rock City is in Tennessee, the front gate is in Georgia. So I had to put I had to use Lyft first of all because Uber wouldn't let me move around my point. So I used Lyft, and I put my little GPS pointer right at the border or the state line. And then once the car started headed toward me, I called the driver and I was like, hey, listen, I'm not where the GPS says I am. I'm actually at the front gate of Rock City. I hope that's not a big deal. And she was like, no problem. I'll come get you still. It's all good. So luckily she was willing to do that. It was only a few hundred yards past the pickup point anyway. They call me Mellow Yellow. So I am rejuvenated. However, my feet still hurt and Molly still walks funny. So we're going to take at least another day, maybe 2. Yep, 51 viewers. That is, I think that might be a record. Is that a record? Show the cardigan? Okay, I will show the cardigan. Not the cardigan like a sweater vest, but the cart again. All right, so there it is. Permanent Molly chair. This is the windshield that pulls down and velcros in case it rains, but basically her bed fits in the front perfectly. I've got my bedroll in the front, and then underneath the actual kiddie chair I've got my rain jacket that I rarely use. My rain jacket / regular jacket. I manipulated the front end of it. There used to be a bar that stuck out to about here, and then the wheel sat out here. I got rid of the bar, took the wheel off, punched a hole through the metal, rebolted it on there, zip tied it, taped it. It'll last forever. I got plenty of room here to put like 3 gallons of water on each side for the desert. Then my signs will hang on the sides, one on either side. I got this bigger box here now is for all of my clothes, to keep them dry. It's a waterproof box. The only place where there's holes are right there where the zip ties go through on the bottom corners of both sides. And I'm going to get some goop and fill the holes so they don't rain. 56 people, that is amazing. Says the, okay, yeah. Then everything else is pretty much the same. And then in the back here, I still have room for my bucket, my umbrella, my sleeping bag, my tent, my chair, all the dry foods and stuff I keep in the bucket. And then this flap here will hang down and zip tie or velcros across there in case it rains. My cooking pot I'm going to use for Molly's water. It's just going to hang out there all the time, and it pulls off there real easily, so I can rinse it and cook with it. And that's about it. Other than that, it's very similar. It turns on its axis right in the middle, so I can spin it around like a wheelchair, right where it's at. So I can take it in and out of rooms easier, go around corners easier. It's super sweet. Super sweet. Eli says it's a game changer. I'm willing to bet that he's absolutely right. Eli's cart is very similar to this one. I think he may have put a little more money into his just because he had the opportunity to. A woman gave me $100 this morning just for the purpose of the cart. So I spent the money on the cart like she asked me to, and the cart was right at $99 plus tax. They didn't charge me the assembly fee that they normally do because I told them my story while they were building it. The bucket cost, or the tub cost $10, so $110 plus tax, maybe $120 total. So basically I'm out $20, and that's about it. And it's going to be a total game changer. It's only about 6 inches wider than the skeleton over there, but it still goes through the hotel room doors easy enough. I wasn't questioning you, Eli. I was just saying your cart looked a little more professional than mine. I absolutely understand everything. You and I have had a conversation, so I get it. I'm not questioning the money that you spend on your trip. It's necessary. It's necessary expenses. Every dime that I spend on myself during this trip is to make my trip easier for me. So you don't have to explain yourself. I totally get it. I'm there with you. It's just what it is. I had to upgrade that thing, the wheels. Let me see if I can show you what they were doing. See that? You can even hear it. The bearings are getting loose. If there was too much weight on either one side or the other, you can see, watch the wheel when you push on one, see it kind of leans, and it would constantly want to turn one way or the other. It's just wore out. Look, I'll show you the handlebar here. You can see this used to be straight like this, and now it's curving back. There, you can kind of see it now. From down here it used to be straight, so I was bending the heck out of it because I had so much weight on it. My phone is bleeping at me because I'm down to 3%. I'm gonna lose you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, take care of your veterans, make them laugh. Man, just enjoy life, guys. Enjoy life. Do I know now what the meaning of life is. And the meaning of life is joy. It's to experience joy. It's to be happy. And it's to help other people be happy. Um, you know, I'm not saying be greedy. You'll be surprised how much joy you will bring yourself helping other people. I had no idea how fulfilling helping other people is. It's so much better than being greedy. It's so much better than being greedy. But anyway, call your veterans, make them smile. I love you guys. Thank you so much. 51 people. That's fantastic. I think it was up at 56 at one point. That is so cool. I think that's a record. I love all of you. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you all for supporting me. Continue to share, please. Continue to like the videos, share the videos, donate. If you don't want to donate to me, donate to Eli, donate to N22. It'll make you feel good, man. It'll make you feel good. Just do it. Anyway, deuces.